Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we have something very different. It's not an Austin FC related thing. It's not a FIFA related thing. It's not even a gaming related thing. I was scrolling through YouTube, recommended a few days ago, and I saw this video titled, What If the World Lost Oxygen for 5 Seconds? These what if scenarios, or like random science facts, or random, effectively pointless facts, I love. Just super random, super obscure information. So let's take a look and see what would happen if the world lost oxygen for 5 seconds. Because let's hope it doesn't. I'm curious. All right, let's see. I'm going to say 5 seconds. 5 seconds doesn't seem like that long of a time. But if you're not prepared for it, it could be a problem. And I don't know how it would affect plant. I think plant life would die. I think maybe not bacteria, but I think like some small organisms that we need that are super necessary, they die, and then that would cause a domino effect of things that follow, that rely on these things, that rely on these things, that rely on these things, that rely on the little creatures or whatever that do die from no oxygen for 5 seconds. That's what I'm saying. Is there's a tiny thing that actually happens, but it results in this massive scale of things that go wrong.
Imagine if all the Earth's oxygen disappeared. Not forever, just for say, 5 seconds. Would we just hold our breath? What would happen to the atmosphere? What would happen to the environment?
The atmosphere too.
This is What If. And here's what would happen if the world lost oxygen for just 5 seconds. Take a nice deep breath. Feel how satisfying that is? What you're breathing in is oxygen, and it takes up roughly 21% of our atmosphere, with 78% being nitrogen. Although it's not the most abundant gas in our atmosphere, it is the most important. Without oxygen, plants, animals, water, and us humans wouldn't be where we are today. 5 seconds may not sound like a whole lot of time to be without oxygen. Most of us can...
Because then all the water would just turn into hydrogen, two hydrogen molecules. So, well, that's the other thing. Is it like oxygen in the air? Is it oxygen of everything?
Well, at least 30 seconds without taking a breath, so it would happen too fast for your body to even notice. Your breathing would actually remain normal, but as for everything else, not so much. In just 5 seconds, the Earth would look completely different. Without oxygen, you can say goodbye to the Hoover Dam, the Pantheon Dome, and anything else made of concrete. These structures would instantly collapse. Oxygen acts as a special binding agent to concrete. Without it, concrete is just dust. Speaking of buildings, any untreated metal would instantly be fused together. This is because there's a layer of oxidation on metals that prevents them from welding together. Without that layer, metals would instantly bind to each other. If you happen to be relaxing at the beach at the time, expect a severe sunburn. The ozone layer, our protection against...
I mean, that type of sunburn happens to me whenever I go outside. So, yay.
Against the sun's UV rays is made of oxygen. Take away the oxygen and the Earth would become extremely dangerous. There would be nothing protecting us from the sun's UV rays. In addition to a sunburn, our inner ear would explode. Losing oxygen means losing 21% of our air pressure. A change in air pressure that drastic is equivalent to being at sea level and dropping down 2,000 meters instantly. Our ears wouldn't have enough time to adapt. Having a good time yet? Well, don't expect it to last long.
No, not really.
Without oxygen, there's no fire.
Yep.
The combustion process in vehicles wouldn't be able to occur. Any mode of transport that isn't electric will automatically fail. Planes will fall from the sky, and millions of cars will be stopped in their tracks. The sky would be completely dark. Before it hits the Earth, light from the sun bounces off multiple particles in the air. Without oxygen in the atmosphere, there are less things to bounce off, and the sky will appear dark. Oh yeah, and while all this is happening, the Earth's crust would completely crumble. That's because Earth's crust is made up of 45% oxygen. The crust would crumble and continue to crumble until there's nothing left, sending you and everyone on the planet into a free fall. Sound like fun? Probably not. But luckily, you can take a deep breath of 21% oxygen, knowing this will never happen.
That was so much information. Okay, so the main things that I took from that, we would have all modes of transport would drop. It was completely not what I thought was going to happen. All modes of transport would stop. Buildings would crumble. The Earth would crumble. We'd be launched into space. We'd get super sunburned. and probably result in us dying. That sounds like an absolute blast.